Well, we haven't, and this is an initial program that we're working on here, and the Deputy Prime Minister can add to this. We're starting with these destinations, and I would foresee that as the program rolls out and the travel industry responds. See, a key part of this is once we put these tickets in the marketplace, what happens next is Alan and Jane and their teams, they sit down with the travel industry and they start packaging it up. The 50% discount on the airfare, it gets combined with a hotel deal, a tour out on the reef or wherever you happen to go, and you package it up, and that's how the travel industry works, and they're very, very good at it. And so as the travel industry responds, I think we'll see more opportunities for this program. I really do think we will, and we're looking for those responses to come. In New South Wales in particular, in many locations, we've seen, because of the internal travel and the returning strengths of the Australian economy, we have seen those tourist parts of New South Wales, down the south coast, up the north coast, out west. I mean, you couldn't get a hotel in Orange over the summer break. That's fantastic for those areas. What we're focused on here are those areas in particular that are heavily dependent on international tourists and on planes coming in to support that tourism. And these destinations, take Kangaroo Island for example, devastated by those bushfires, and the Kangaroo Island Mayor couldn't be happier today. An absolute game changer for them down in South Australia. Michael, did you want to add to that?
Yeah, I just will, and I'll acknowledge Jeff Colbert, the CEO of Sydney Airport, who's here today. And it's not just the airlines, it's not just the tourism operators, it's also the airports that are going to benefit from this. And as the Prime Minister has just said, there are 13 initial locations. The key word there is initial. So we'll look at what we can do, and we'll work with the airlines, we'll work with the tourism operators to see what other destinations may well be potentially added to the list. But in New South Wales, certainly in regional New South Wales, many of those locations are already going very nicely, thank you, to the what the New South Wales government has actually been doing, the standard bearer, the absolute benchmark for COVID treatment, for making sure that keeping businesses open has been the order of the day. And Gladys Berejiklian and John Barilaro have done a great job keeping the borders open and keeping New South Wales people travelling around, going to businesses, and regional Australia is going pretty well at the moment. In certainly regional New South Wales, I come from there, and there's 54,000 jobs in regional Australia right now, as identified by the Regional Australia Institute, and we want people to visit those regional locations, whether in a car or taking one of the half-price airline tickets, and we want them to even potentially stay. Take a job, fall in love.